Well, well, well. A whole lot happened in here. Look at all the babies that hatched. You got friends. Now let's... So what's kind of interesting is once one hatches, it seems they start to talk to the others. And you can see another egg right beside him started to pip, and so is one behind him. I think he's lonely and he wants some friends, so he's talking to them and saying, come on guys, hatch and come out and play with me. Now let's see, that's 3 on this side, and let's see who hatched in here. Oh my goodness, there's a bunch of you in here. Let's see, I think there might be 3 here. I think you guys are tied. 3 chicks to 3 chicks. Okay, this is getting exciting. I wonder, do you have any idea how long your mommy has waited for you? She has been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're finally here. That's so exciting. I'm gonna put you back now. Can I see some of your babies? Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Yeah? Oh, you have a beautiful baby. Or 10. Probably 15? I don't know how many you have into there. They're lovely though. They're just lovely. Look at those little toes. So cute. Alright, there's about a zillion chicks in here and it's an absolute gong show. Babies going to the wrong mummies, mummies going to the wrong babies, mummies sitting on the water, mummies sitting out of there. Oh my goodness, why did I let 4 mums go broody at the same time? You have so many chicks under there, I can't even count them. Oh, it's a lot of babies. Go in there and have some snack time? Okay. A little bit more cleaning up to do. So I'm cutting it up and Lily is eating it up. So we'll have it out of here in no time. Lily and I have done a fantastic job cleaning up the area where the chicken coop's gonna go. We had to take down a few branches, but she's eaten most of everything else. And we can finally find a spot where we can start building. So we've been cutting back some branches in the area that we're building the new chicken coop. And we're keeping them, or we kept them, because we're gonna build a really simple bean pole little house with them. So all you need are about 4 poles like this. You can leave some of the bigger branches on and maybe trim off the little ones. And we also have some baling twine that ties the hay together. So we're using all recyclable or recycled or natural materials to make our bean house. Okay, so I tried to find pieces that were going to fit together nicely so it will be nice and solid, and I have absolutely no confidence that this is actually going to stay standing. So I'm going to tie it with some baling twine and I'm going to attach it to the fence so it doesn't fall on anybody. So that took all of about 2 minutes to make. I did anchor it to the fence because it's not a super strong structure. It's there to support beans and peas, which we're going to plant at the base. But it's a great little structure for climbing vegetables, and it can also make a neat place to hide in the shade if you're... So we eat a lot of eggs on our farm, and when we do, we always keep the shells. And we let them dry on the counter, and then we crush them into little bits. And once you've crushed them, you can use them for lots of different things. You can sprinkle them around some of your flowers or your vegetables to try to keep the slugs away, or you can add them to your chicken food, and this will increase the calcium in your chicken's diet. So we have been having a problem with weak eggshells. So we're going to crush these up and we're going to feed them back to the chickens in their food tomorrow morning. It's really important to make them really small so that the chickens don't recognize them as an egg. Because as we learned before, we don't want the chickens to know that what they're laying tastes really yummy. And so when you crush them this small, they won't recognize that it was ever an egg. Have you ever wondered if the eggs that you're eating are fresh? Well, today we're going to check to see how you can tell whether the egg that you're eating is fresh. So we have 3 eggs here and a couple goats to help us. And one of the eggs is old, one of the eggs is a couple weeks old, and one of the eggs was laid yesterday. So we're going to put them one each in a cup of water, and we're going to watch to see what they do. So the first egg we're going to put in is a couple of weeks old. Actually, no, it's really, really old. And it's completely floating, and we'll come in closer in a bit, but it's completely floating in the water. The second egg I'm going to put in is a couple weeks old, and it's not laying flat on the ground, it's just lifted up a little bit on a little bit of an angle. And the third egg was laid yesterday, and it's laying completely flat on the ground of the bowl. So what happens is, as an egg when it's laid has a little bit of an air cell in it, but as the egg gets older and it loses moisture, it's replaced with air. So the size of the air pocket gets bigger. So when the egg is just brand new, there's not much air inside, so it's heavy and it sinks to the bottom. As the egg ages, a couple weeks old, some of that moisture goes and air comes in, and it's not floating, but it's not laying flat anymore. It's lifting up a little bit. And then when the egg gets really old and it's lost a lot of moisture, because remember, the eggshell is porous, so it's lost a lot of moisture, it's replaced with air, and it becomes much lighter, and the air cell gets bigger and it starts to float. So this isn't going to tell you how old your eggs are, but it will tell you that this egg does not have a big air cell, so it's probably pretty fresh. That this egg has a little bit bigger air cell, but it looks like it's probably still good to eat. And this one tells you that it's probably not a good idea to eat it. All right, well, before the goats knock it over, let's just see how this one is floating. This one is lifted up a little bit, and this one is completely flat. So the fresh egg, the 2-week-old egg, and the really, really, really old egg being knocked over by the goats. And today we're visiting the famous rock painting lady, Rosemary. She is going to teach us how to paint a chicken on a rock.
Yes, we are. This is the one we're going to do, and I'll go to every step and you will learn how to do this little chicken. Super easy. We're going to use 4 colors: black, red, white, and orange.
So do you start painting first, or do you draw on your rock first?
I sketch out my design, and then I'll fill in.
So today we're learning how to do a chicken, but I see over here, over your shoulder, that you have some amazing, you are so talented.
Thank you.
This is amazing. I'm really in awe of your talent. I know everybody's good at something. Some people are good at a lot of things. I still don't know what I'm good at. Making a mess, I think. But I can draw a wicked stick person. So when I see this is just, wow. I'm blown away. Okay, so you've already almost finished while I'm talking away here.
Yeah, like I said, it's a very easy design. I'm just filling it with black first. I just follow the curve of the stone and make it round. So if you have a nice oval stone like the one I've got at the moment, then it's quite easy.
No,
Art is just a way to express yourself. And there.
Okay, so now you have finished the body, and so what are you going to work on next there?
I'm gonna do the red, I think. It's a little bit more bigger, so I'm gonna go with the red paint.
So this is his wattle that you're working on now.
Is waddle, yes.
This looks like it could be a pretty inexpensive art project, because you could go out into your yard and find a stone or a big rock.
Yep.
And if you don't have acrylic paint, you could use just water paint and
just, you know, have fun doing it. Sometimes you can hide them in the forest. You see that a lot now. People like to hide their little creations and make somebody else having a good day because they found your little art. Like that. So let's give the little, what do you call these things again?
a wattle.
The waddles a little bit more red.
Different chickens have different size of wattles. Some of them have great big wattles, and others have tiny little ones. And usually the roosters have bigger wattles than the hens, but we have some hens that have enormous wattles, so it's kind of breed specific.
Look at that.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's a perfect
Love
round little dot.
Oh, that's cute. That's fantastic. I love it.
There you go. All done.
Well, thank you so much for showing us how to paint a chicken on a rock. It looks like a fun project that you could... Oh.
I have a gift for you as
gift?
well. Yes.
Oh.
Since you have chickens.
A lot of chickens.
I have got you
Isn't that lovely?
a mother hen with lots of little eggs.
Oh.
Because you are part of the rainbow eggs.
Oh, they're rainbow eggs. That's so cute. That's lovely. Thank you so much. That was really thoughtful of you. Thank you so much. So sometimes when a broody hen is sitting on eggs, sometimes they don't hatch, or not very many of them hatch. And the Buff Orpington has been sitting on eggs for 27 days now, and she's got 2 babies. And these are all the rest of the eggs that are left. So we're going to check them to see if there's still anything going on inside of them. But right now I'm going to go and take some chicks that I have in the garage under a heat lamp, and I'm going to sneak them underneath her, and maybe she won't notice. I'm going to do it at night right now, just it's almost dark, so that she'll have all night to have them all cozy underneath her, and then hopefully by the morning she will accept them. All right, well, I took the eggs away from her, and I'm going to bring back chicks, but it doesn't always work. So the best time to do this is at night in the dark and when you take the eggs away. And I'm gonna have to tuck them underneath her one at a time and hope that they stay under her. And if they go to sleep underneath her tonight and they snuggle in, then it's 99.9% chance that everything's gonna go just fine. So we're gonna give this a try. You guys ready to meet your new mom? Okay. Okay, here goes. I have to put them right underneath her. It's almost dark. It has to be dark for her to accept them. But so far so good, and they're staying underneath. This little tiny one here. She's not quite sure what's going on. So far so good. They're staying underneath her. It's like all of a sudden there's all these babies. But it looks like she's okay. It looks like she's accepted them. We're going to come check in the morning, but it looks like everybody is going to be fine. She's happy with all her new babies. What a good mom you are. And then suddenly it just seems like they're popping like popcorn. There's a couple of them in there now, and they're just exhausted. Hatching is very, very tiring. Okay, this guy is sitting right on top of somebody who's just about to hatch. Let's see if I can move him. Your butt's right on top of him. Can you move? Here, come over here. Oh, well, you guys are running over top of him like he's a highway. Come on, buddy. You've zipped all the way around. Surely you can pop yourself out now. Oh, that guy just hatched. You can still see the moisture in the shell. They dry up after a while in the incubator, but when they come out, they should be pretty wet like that. That means that the humidity was good in the egg. If they're really, really dry when they come out, well, oftentimes they don't come out. So it looks like the humidity is just right in this incubator here. Well, here is a little guy that is just breaking out of a shell. He's trying so hard, and his friends all around him are calling him. I'll try tapping on the lid. Look at the little guy across from him is also trying to get out. So hatching is hard work. So sometimes they have to take a break from trying to, oh, there's another guy in the corner there. Oh, look at him. Oh. Look at that big foot sticking through. So this is how they start to strengthen their legs and their feet, is by pushing themselves out of the eggshell. And this is another reason why you should never help them get out, because if you help them and you open the egg for them, then they don't use their feet and their legs and their heads and their necks to push themselves out. And when they get out, they often will just die because they haven't built up the strength in their bodies. So as hard as it is to watch them struggle, the best thing that you can do usually is just to let them work their way out of the shell on their own. And of course, opening the lid right now would suck the humidity out of the incubator and would end up shrink wrapping the rest of the chicks and some of these chicks. So it's just not a good idea to reach in there and help them. Okay guys, seriously, you need to let me get to bed. You gotta stop hatching. Can you just wait till tomorrow? Oh my goodness, you're so cute. Oh, there's another guy coming out there. Okay guys, good luck. We'll see you in the morning.